What is up, YouTube? Midget9 here with another fail commentary and another epic Halo racetrack. This one is made by who else? Mr. Bajiggles, and it is called Nowhere But Somewhere, I believe. It is one of his famous obstacle coursey tracks, I guess you could call it. You can tell kind of because right here we've got the mines and all that stuff. But racing on this track is me, Mr. Bajiggles, Stealth Heart, and Downrange Dave. You know, the famous four, I guess you could call us. But anyway, he spent a good couple of days making this, and it's a pretty good track. It's got about, you can tell by the time, it's shorter than usual. 2-minute lap time if you do it without me screwing up too much, I guess. But, yeah, Stealth Heart and Mr. Bajiggles have some trouble with the teleporters. So they end up having like a 5-minute lap time. It's hilarious. You'll see that in a bit. But right now, it's, you know, we're pretty much close together. I'm focusing on Mr. Bajiggles right now. And he is currently in last place. And then you can see Stealth Heart, Downrange Dave, and me fighting for first. And then someone just flipped off the stairs. This part was actually really hard to do fast. You had to like slow down and everything. See, right there, Mr. Bajiggles in third, Downrange Dave in last. This is Stealth Heart that I'm watching right now, who just got stuck behind Mr. Bajiggles' mongoose. And I'm in first, up there just a little bit. But, yeah, he's got a little part through the canyon like he does in just about all of his racetracks, only this one is a lot more, I don't know, obstacle-y. You gotta really fight your way around it and everything. It's a lot of fun. This is just one of those tracks that, you know, you get like a ton of people together and you can just, you know, screw around, see who can get first, whatever. Oh, look, Stealth Heart just passed me right there. But, yeah, this track is, you know, it's pretty smooth. It's not like his first couple of tracks, which were all rough and whatnot. He actually spent a lot of time on this. It's got a lot of obstacles, you know. It's one of those tracks where if you finish with like a perfect lap, you know, not falling off the track or anything, you're insane. It's like, oh yeah, this track is easy. But then once you actually do it, it's like really hard. I don't know. It's weird. It's just, you know, random fall-offy parts. But that kind of made it, you know, fun to do because there's always a chance that you can catch back up. Like, I'm behind Stealth Heart most of the race. And we end up, you know, getting into a big fight for first, and Mr. Bajiggles ends up, like, fighting with Stealth Heart. It's a lot of fun. And so, right here, we're going around the bank turns, I guess you could call it. And there's me right there, right behind Stealth Heart, Mr. Bajiggles in third. And then Downrange Dave is somewhere in the back. He's like that the entire race. I mean, except for the first couple minutes, but I just fell off and failed. So there's Mr. Bajiggles coming up right behind me, about to pass me. Doing a pretty good job of it. You can see he put a lot of aesthetics in too. I think, in my opinion, aesthetics can make or break a good racetrack, because I've seen some pretty good racetracks, but they have absolutely no aesthetics and they're boring. Mr. Bajiggles likes to take racetracks that are really good, but without aesthetics, and add aesthetics to them. And they actually become like really good racetracks. So here's me, I just passed Mr. Bajiggles, but we're both still behind Stealth Heart. And then I'm pretty sure it's kind of implicative right now that Downrange Dave is in the back, because he just can't seem to stand his mongoose. So there's Stealth Heart going through the teleporter, finishing this lap, doing a pretty good job. And this part's hilarious. So he goes up, gets owned by the kill ball, and then him and Mr. Bajiggles get stuck in that teleporter. Like, right there, it kind of teleported there. I was speeding it up because he dies a billion times. This is like 350% speed right here. And he just couldn't make it through. And Mr. Bajiggles had the same problem. You can see him go through. Only Mr. Bajiggles makes it through successfully right there, you can see, before Stealth Heart. And Stealth Heart struggles for like twice as long as Mr. Bajiggles. So I focused on Stealth Heart because it's hilarious. Because he wastes like 2 minutes on this thing, and that really gives me a huge lead, and Downrange Dave still can't catch up. So yeah, it kind of lagged right there. But there's Stealth Heart finally making it, putting him in third place right behind Mr. Bajiggles. There's me about to finish my last lap, and Stealth Heart's just starting it. Mr. Bajigos is about halfway in between us. So there's quite a bit of distance between each person, but all in all, a pretty good race, except for those stupid little checkpoints. So in the end, me, Mr. Bajigos, Stealth Heart, then Downrange Dave.